Unknown to her, a girl who was coming back from a traditional marriage was spying at her behind a big tree. Akunne hurriedly walked home while carrying the bags on her hands. She followed the back route so that nobody would see her. This made the girl, whose name was Adobe, more curious. Why did Akunne not walk the normal village route? She thought to herself. Once upon a time, in a town called Oleten, there lived a mad girl called Akunne. Akunne was popularly called the peacemaker, who had the kindest heart. When Akunne was 7, a tragedy began. Akunne's parents died on a journey to a traditional marriage in another neighboring town, and this led to her being insane after she heard the news of her parents' departure. Ever since then, the villagers pitied Akunne, and she never recovered from her illness. The villagers loved Akunne dearly like their own daughter. It was safe to say Akunne was their biological daughter. They loved her unconditionally, gave her food, and even made sure she had shelter. Akunne was loved by everybody, and they all wondered why life could be so cruel to an innocent girl. The villagers tried different ways to cure her illness, but to no avail. They went to different herbalists, but no one seemed to bring the remedy concerning her illness. Even with her predicament, one could still tell she was a very beautiful girl with an heart of love. Akunne had one gift, which was to sing and dance. She would usually sing the latest songs and dance the latest steps, and everyone usually wondered how a mad girl could learn such songs and dance the way she did. Nonetheless, they still married with her whenever she sang those songs. Akunne wandered in the village. She usually played along the farm paths where the villagers dumped refugees and waste. She usually took stuff from the dustbin, stuff like waste goods, torn clothes, and other items the villagers dumped in the village dustbin. The villagers loved her for her habit of smiling, irrespective of what life threw her way. In the village of Oleten, everybody was at peace. They did everything in one unit. They cared for everyone, especially during celebration of a newborn baby. The villagers rejoiced together with love and harmony. This made villagers from different villages reside in the village of Oleten because of their peaceful nature. But as time went on, there arose one issue that seemed not to end. Despite the trials and efforts the villagers had done to put an end to it, still there was no remedy or solution. In the vibrant village of Oleten, all the children given birth to were born with a disability. Either the child was blind, crippled, deaf, or dumb. The child had one from these problems, and this made the villagers wonder what was happening. They have visited different herbalists, but no remedy. At a point, they accepted their fate. Maybe this was one of the ways their nature wanted to punish them, some villagers thought. Some villagers no longer gave birth because the child would definitely be handicapped or disabled. But some still gave birth. They managed the situation. This occurrence dampened the spirit of the people of Oleten. Some wanted to relocate, but the harvest Oleten villagers had annually was massive than any other neighboring place, so they stayed and endured. Iaido was a pregnant woman whose family newly relocated to the town of Oleten. Iaido was a vibrant and a beautiful woman with her natural hair, which always brought out her facial angles. Iaido's pregnancy was due, so she would soon put to bed. Iaido could not wait. One night, while Iaido was sleeping, she had a dream. She saw a mad girl chasing her She was so terrified. When she woke up, it was a dream, and she wondered what it meant, but paid deaf ears to it, thinking it was a mere dream. The next night, she had another dream where a woman was telling her that if she puts to bed, she should be vigilant with everything. The old woman was dead serious as she heard Iya Ido's ear as she told her to be careful. The woman strictly warned her to keep her baby diapers safe, not to keep them anyhow. When Iya Ido woke up, it was a dream. She cried, and this alerted her husband. She narrated everything to him, and there they decided to follow what the woman in her dream had said. Few months later, Iya Ido finally gave birth, and she was so vigilant. The delivery was successful, and the villagers rejoiced with her. Iya Ido followed what the woman had said, but instead, she kept the diapers in a bag at the back of her backyard. During weekends, she buried them. It got to a point, Iya Ido was no longer interested. Besides, her baby was 4 months old, and the child had no issue. This incident wondered the villagers. The villagers finally concluded that she newly relocated. That was why the curse had not been placed on her home. Iya Ido became nonchalant. She now threw the diapers in the dustbin, thinking it had nothing. One day, Iya Ido decided to go to the village dustbin to dump the diapers there. On her way, she saw Akunne. Akunne looked at her with happiness. When Iya Ido had gone, Akunne quickly danced to where Iya Ido dumped what she had brought from home. Akunne checked if anyone was looking. When she had confirmed that no one was looking, she quickly and stylishly took the baby diapers and other stuff Iya Ido had brought. When she was done, she looked around once again to be sure if anyone was looking, as she devilishly hurried to her hut. All you could see on her face was evil. Unknown to her, a girl who was coming back from a traditional marriage was spying at her behind the big tree. When the girl saw Akunne take all the diapers, she had her mouth wide open. Akunne hurriedly walked home while carrying the bags on her hands. She followed the background so that nobody would see her. This made the girl, whose name was Adobe, more curious. Why did Akunne even follow the normal village route? She thought to herself. When Akunne was going, she started hearing footsteps, but she continued walking. But after some time, she stopped because the steps were getting closer. She quickly took to her heels. Adaobi quickly followed her. She was no longer tiptoeing. She screamed and shouted. Adaobi alerted some villagers, and they chased Akunne effortlessly. They didn't even know what she had done. Akunne ran, and they all wondered what Akunne had done that made her run the way she did. Akunne ran as fast as her leg could carry her, but some youths got hold of her. When Adaobi had narrated what she had seen, she told the villagers to search and bring out what was in Akunne's bag. To their greatest shock, it was diapers of babies. They asked Akunne what she wanted to use them for, but Akunne could not speak. All the things in the bag were full of baby stuffs, and this made it more suspicious. Akunne could not say a word, and a man landed a slap on her cheeks. Akunne started crying crocodile tears. All the villagers gathered to see what was happening, but Akunne did not utter any word. The villager had no choice but to take her to the king. When they got to the palace, the king ordered Akunne to start talking, but still Akunne did not say. So they ordered the guards to flog her. Some villagers started sympathizing with her, saying she knew nothing. It is just a mere diapers. Maybe she wanted to use them to play. You know she's mad, the villagers whispered to each other. When the flogging became intense, Akunne began to talk. The villagers were shocked to their marrows. Akunne started confessing how she was a witch who took the diapers of the babies to collect their destiny. That was why they were being delivered with a disability. The village women began to cry how the one they loved and pitied was the one doing them evil. Akunne further confessed how she was a witch and also on a mission to condemn all the children in the village because they will become stars tomorrow and she would be wandering in the streets. Akunne later confessed that in her kingdom she was the queen. Akunne confessed with no sympathy. No drop of tears fell from her eyes. This provoked one of the women. She went to Akunne and gave her the slap of her life. Akunne laughed and said they cannot do anything because there was no remedy to return or reverse the spell placed on the children. She said this as she laughed hysterically. This alerted the king with immediate effect. They took Akunne to the village chief priest in a neighboring village. The chief priest told them that the only way to break the spell was for them to go to Akunne's hut and bring all the diapers and other baby stuff she had used. Some guards were sent, but the villagers insisted that they would follow the guards to Akunne's hut. When they got to Akunne's house, to their greatest shock, everything had disappeared. The villagers cried in horror to what they saw. They headed back to the chief priest's shrine. When they got there, they told the chief priest. Akunne laughed and hissed hysterically. The chief priest gave an alternative. He told the villagers that they should look for Adaobi. While all this was happening, Adaobi, who had gone home because it was getting dark, when she got home, she suddenly fell asleep and had a terrible nightmare where she saw Akunne chasing her. She screamed out of her dream in horror. I thought I left Akunne in the chief priest's place. What is she doing in my dream? She soliloquized in horror, with sweat gushing out profusely from her pores. While she was still thinking, it was a knock on the door that jolted her back to reality. She was so scared to open the door. What if Akunne had disappeared and had come looking for her? She thought to herself. But when the villagers confirmed it was them, that the chief priest had sent them to get her, she was so scared and didn't want to go, but had no choice. Luckily, Adaobi was brought, and she was ordered to testify inside the pot that she saw Akunne with her eyes. The chief priest said the yoke was broken. While Adaobi was speaking into the pot, testifying what she saw, Akunne was screaming in pain. All the villagers stood in shock of what was happening. They could not believe their eyes. When Adaobi was done, the herbalists took the pot and smashed it on the ground. Before their very own eyes, Akunne was nowhere to be found. She had vanished, and this frightened the villagers. The chief priest told the villagers it was settled. The villagers rejoiced and sang a song of victory back to their village. When they got to their village, they saw their children. Those who could not see could see. Talk or walk could not do such. They were happy and regretted ever treating Akunne with love and taking them as their own. Few days later, all the villagers had a big celebration. They were strictly advised not to take their baby diapers and other stuff carelessly. The villagers agreed and vowed never to do such. Iyaidu, on the other hand, narrated the dream she had. The villagers were amazed and they thanked God for how everything had played out. They never heard from Akunne again, and they all wished she stayed wherever she was. The celebration was massive to the extent that villagers from other neighboring communities came to the party and partied with them. The other villagers also took the lessons they learned and announced it to their people. From that day onward, the people of Oleten protected and became conscious of their things, especially that of their babies. The lesson to be learned from this story is that you should mind the people you call loved ones. Not all loved ones have your interests at heart. The people of Oleten took the mad girl as their daughter, but she turned to be their worst enemy. Be careful and conscious, be prayerful, and lastly, but most importantly, do not take your things and keep them anyhow. Even your waste products are valuable to the evil people. Nursing mothers, keep your baby's things properly. Their diapers, keep them safe. Do not throw them away. Be mindful, be careful and conscious. And finally, protect your life with the best you can. Thanks for watching. This is your favorite channel, Divine's Moonlight Tales.